A diversified business group follows a strict convention that senior leaders step down from the top role on reaching a specified age, even if performance is strong. From an advanced governance perspective, this convention primarily helps in addressing which risk? Your options are A. Underinvestment in new product development driven by short planning horizons. B. Excessive delegation of strategic decisions to external consultants. C. Managerial entrenchment that can weaken institutional checks over time. D. Over-reliance on performance-linked pay rather than fixed compensation structures. And the correct answer is option C. Managerial entrenchment that can weaken institutional checks over time. A senior industrialist simultaneously leads a major business group and chairs the governing board of a premier management institute. In advanced corporate governance theory, this pattern of overlapping roles across domains is best understood as. Your options are A. Board interlocks that connect separate institutional fields through shared leadership. B. Regulatory arbitrage that exploits differences between education and corporate law. C. Vertical integration that merges academic and commercial supply chains. D. Purely symbolic appointment with no implications for governance networks. And the correct answer is option A. Board interlocks that connect separate institutional fields through shared leadership. A leader repeatedly emphasizes a lifelong connection with a sport and describes it as a key source of learning that cuts across cultures. From an organizational behavior lens, this reflects which leadership development mechanism? Your options are A. Competency mapping based exclusively on formal role descriptions. B. Behavioral control built around detailed standard operating procedures. C. Purely transactional orientation guided by reward-penalty contracts. D. Experiential learning that turns non-work domains into sources of leadership insight. And the correct answer is option D. Experiential learning that turns non-work domains into sources of leadership insight. A senior leader facing market regulator allegations about a past transaction steps down from the corporate board, later returning to the role after some time. At a deeper governance and reputation level, which underlying asset most likely made this return feasible? Your options are A. Short-term cost reductions achieved during the period of absence. B. Accumulated reputational capital and relational trust with key stakeholders. C. Access to subsidized borrowing from public sector financial institutions. D. Expansion of the group's physical asset base during the investigation. And the correct answer is option B. Accumulated reputational capital and relational trust with key stakeholders. After severe floods, a business leader prepares a detailed proposal to structurally link the state's water resources and presents it to the government, but the plan stalls after political leadership changes. In public policy and corporate citizenship terms, this situation best illustrates. Your options are A. Routine CSR expenditure focused on short-term relief and donations. B. A classic promotional campaign designed primarily for brand recall. C. A systems-level engagement constrained by policy window closure and implementation gaps. D. A procurement initiative aimed at securing government contracts for infrastructure supply. And the correct answer is option C. A systems-level engagement constrained by policy window closure and implementation gaps. A leading management institute appoints a seasoned industrialist as chairperson of its board of governors. Conceptually, which outcome reflects the core governance benefit of such a decision? Your options are A. Guaranteed rise in average compensation packages for all graduating students. B. Automatic relaxation of compliance obligations imposed by regulators. C. Direct conversion of faculty research into mandatory corporate consulting work. D. Enhanced strategic legitimacy because institutional decisions are informed by practical industry experience. And the correct answer is option D. Enhanced strategic legitimacy because institutional decisions are informed by practical industry experience. A long-serving business leader of a diversified group is repeatedly described as soft-spoken, approachable, and respectful despite holding immense authority. Which organizational effect is most closely associated with such leadership behavior? Your options are A. Increased reliance on formal authority and strict escalation hierarchies. B. Stronger informal trust networks that support candid upward communication. C. Higher dependence on external consultants for routine internal decisions. D. Greater use of rigid performance ranking systems for all employees. And the correct answer is option D. Greater use of rigid performance ranking systems for all employees. A conglomerate's revenue nearly doubles under one leader who drives both expansion of existing businesses and acquisitions. From a strategy and governance viewpoint, which risk does the board most need to monitor in such a situation? Your options are A. Concentration of strategic knowledge and influence in a single individual. B. Decline in the importance of cost accounting as scale increases. C. Elimination of external stakeholder scrutiny due to improved results. D. Automatic reduction of business cycle exposure in all group companies. And the correct answer is option A. Concentration of strategic knowledge and influence in a single individual. A senior leader steps down from the corporate board after being charged by a market regulator while firmly denying any wrongdoing. Even before the case is resolved, which primary risk category is being addressed through this decision? Your options are A. Commodity price risk affecting the firm's input costs. B. Foreign exchange risk on international cash flows. C. Reputational risk linked to stakeholder perceptions and trust. D. Inventory obsolescence risk in operating warehouse. And the correct answer is option C. Reputational risk linked to stakeholder perceptions and trust. After retiring in line with the group's age convention, A former chairman is later requested by the board to reassume the role. In terms of advanced succession planning, what does this scenario underline most clearly? Your options are: A. The irrelevance of formal retirement norms once a leader has strong market credibility. B. The replacement of succession processes by purely ad hoc board preferences. C. The need to abandon all age-related policies in diversified conglomerates. D. The importance of having both structured succession mechanisms and contingency options for leadership continuity. And the correct answer is option D. The importance of having both structured succession mechanisms and contingency options for leadership continuity.